I haven't twisted them since then, since the start. So
okay, they look good.
Everybody locked up.
Everybody locked up. You know what I'm saying?
So, hey, loves, I just want to welcome y'all to another dope episode of The Love Circle. This is episode 3. I'm super excited about today. We have Noble Gwen. We have the Queen Poe. And in the corner, my bestie best, we have Tanae Amani.
Y'all can see me, but hey, y'all.
So today we just gonna jump right in. This episode is about choosing your tribe, your family, and your partner, and that's specific to whatever path you choose to be on. In this circle, we have a strong and positive attitude that allows us to encourage, promote, and create new beginnings. So does anybody...
In this circle, we have a stronger positive attitude that allows us to encourage, promote, and create new beginnings.
Yes, sis. That's good. You remember it.
Girl, when you be posting it on your story, I'll be like, in this circle, we have a stronger
it's part of meditation now. That's good. So does anybody want to open with like the importance, or what does your tribe or choosing the right tribe look like for you?
I guess I could go first. My tribe for me are the people that, one, motivate me, and two, hold me accountable. So I'm never too far away. So I'm never too far from the women in my life that make sure I'm sticking to what I said I was going to do. If I said I was going to do it and I just so happen to say it to them, they're going to be the ones that come around and check me. It just so happens that the men in my life are doing things in fields or in areas that I want to get into, so they just so happen to motivate me. And my tribe, the people that come into my life in the future, I think that's an important feature, that they have to hold me accountable and motivate me.
That accountability piece is very important. Mariah, what about you?
I first of all, I love what Noble said about the motivation. You know, I have definitely altered how I choose my tribe. And I'm constantly altering it because, you know, through experience, you realize things that you can and cannot tolerate. You set new boundaries. You may adjust some old boundaries that you had. So as of right now, when it comes to choosing my tribe, I'm very big on spiritual alignment. Being around other individuals who are spirit-led or striving to be spirit-led is very important for me. Being around other individuals who are on their journey, their manifestation journey, is very important for me. As of right now, I'm in a space where I can't be around or have anyone in my tribe that's stagnant and ain't doing shit, really. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you gotta at least have a dream, okay? Yeah. Like I can't, you know, no dead weight in the tribe, no mediocrity in a tribe, and that's something I'm very big on right now. Yeah, that's a space that I'm in. So that motivation, that accountability, people who are on their journey and they're striving, because it motivates me to watch you do you.
Yeah.
You know, so that's something that's very important for me right now.
I agree. That motivation is definitely key. Like, are you able to fill your cup and pour out into other people? And that inspires me to continue to do what I'm doing. So as long as I keep myself surrounded by these people that are, like Noble said, are doing the things that he's interested in doing, or he shows interest in doing, and they just so happen to motivate you. Some people, you don't even realize that they're motivating you, or they don't even realize that you're motivated by them. But
Mhm.
it's that's just what it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like,
I would say, you said choosing my tribe.
mhm.
People that are supportive, that's number one. A great support system, especially being a mom. Like, you really need that good support system and people that you trust, you know, your heart with, that you trust your words with, your mind, something that you can share with, and you're not afraid that they're gonna beat you up about it. You know, that's kind of important to me.
So a part of like me choosing this topic is because like I became really guarded over the past couple of years, and then I had to really make a conscious decision about the tribe that I chose, the people, just like Tanae said, the people that are going to be gentle with my emotions, the people that understand, yes, I need to be firm in what I say, but I come to you with love.
Yes.
I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm not trying to tear you down. When I had to realize, okay, the circle that I created, they don't feed into me. They not building me up. They not like nourishing my flower like I need to be nourished, because we have a tendency of loving people the way we want to love them and not the way that they need to be loved. So being around people that actually listen to you when you're not crying, or when you are silently crying, and they understand, okay, because I watch you and I pay attention to you, I know your needs.
People who take the time to learn you.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Learn your love language.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And that's in daily actions, or us having a conversation and communicating and saying, okay, this is my love language. This is what I need. This is how I need it. You said it this way. I didn't really receive it the right way. This is how I need it to be broken down for me to understand.
Absolutely. I agree with that. For me, I feel like that goes also in the category of like boundaries,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like people knowing your boundaries. That's all a part of love language, like knowing who I am, how I receive love, knowing what I'm not okay with, you know, and sometimes, of course, yes, we have to communicate that, but also I believe when people love you, they study you.
Yeah.
You know, when we love something, we study it. When we love someone, we study them. So, you know, with your tribe in particular, I think it's important that y'all study each other, you know, so that way when someone is falling back from the tribe and you know that's not their usual behavior, something is going on. I know you, sis. I know that this ain't you. You know, we have to study the people that we love so that we can know how to love them properly, and so that we can be there to support them and motivate them and be that anchor when they need it, you know?
But that you have to do that for yourself first, because a lot of us aren't doing it for ourselves, and that's why we can't show up for other people. We don't even be a part of your own rescue. Be a part of your own rescue. Like,
absolutely,
you have to show up for yourself every single day, every hour, every second, even when you don't want to. In the ugliest of moments, when you know you toe up and you done did some dirt, and you know you got to deal with it, you still got to show up for yourself, because that's the only relationship you can't walk out on.
Absolutely. Tribe starts within.
That's the toughest pill I had to swallow recently. It starts with, my tribe starts with me. Like, if I don't have me together, then that means everybody around me, they not going to be okay. We're not going to feel each other. And we all going to end up stagnant.
Yeah. So I found it to be super helpful for me when I started to look for a tribe, or I wanted to be a part of a tribe. I had to figure out who I was first, what I like, what I'm into, what like you say, when you love someone, you study them. I study myself, where I come from, you know, who's my mom, who's my dad, more than just Ancestry.com stuff, though. Just like, what were they into? How did they grow up? And like, how does that feed into who I am today? and all of that. And once I started to realize who I was better able to communicate to other people how they fit in my life. Like, you're here because you are the person that motivates me or the person that inspires me, and I'm not here to be super intrusive of your life. If I don't have to be, sometimes you do have to lean on your brother or your sister, but I'm not here to be intrusive to your life if I don't have to be. But I'm here to just glean from you what this world would have me to glean from you.
Yeah.
I love that. I was blessed by a TikTok message. Okay, a messenger via TikTok talked about low maintenance friends, and I realized that in my tribe, that's important for me. Low maintenance friends, where how Noble said, I'm not here to be intrusive, but I'm receiving.
Yeah.
That's so important. Something that I really pay attention to is, and something that will cause me to just kind of back up, is if I feel like you're being too intrusive. I like low maintenance friends. I like friends.
Why you ain't call me? What you doing? Why you doing that? Why you doing that? Oh, this, oh, that. Oh, I saw you on Instagram. Girl.
You ain't gotta be on my line every day. Like, we ain't gotta be, not every day, but we receive from each other. There's reciprocity in this relationship, and that's the thing about, like, people who have shit going on, because when you doing what you got to do for you and I'm doing what I got to do for me, I'm watching you from afar, you watching me from afar. We're motivated from each other. We're supporting each other. We loving on each other. And when we know that when we need that sister, that brother, that tribe time, we can have that. But when we have that time, we're talking about what we got going on, what we doing, how we been, what's up. But low maintenance tribe members is so important. And I feel like when people got shit going on, they ain't trying to be all up in your space. So that whole, like, do you, I'm doing me, we doing it together,
Right. And that transitioning from realizing, okay, this tribe, that my original tribe that I was rocking real hard with, like, I'm shifting in ways that some of these people not trying to shift. So it becomes hard for you to say, okay, I still love you, no love lost, but we just not doing the same things. We not trying to travel down the same roads no more. Like, no love lost, like I said, but I'm trying to be here. Do you want to come here too? Or do you want to stay? And sometimes you have to accept the fact that your friends don't know. And you're going to have to make that decision for them. And you're going to have to say, hey, babe, I love you, but I got to go.
And know the difference between what they telling you versus what they showing you. Because some people will act like they trying to be here, but they showing you that they not doing nothing to change, to elevate themselves. And you only got one or two options. Either you can release them so that you can elevate, because it's dead weight holding you down. It's like trying to climb a mountain and you got an extra person hanging off your back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't elevate with dead weight now. You can, but it's going to be harder for you. So you have to make the decision, like, okay, they saying that they want to elevate, but they not trying to do nothing to elevate. They showing me that they not doing nothing. You comfortable where you at, whether you know it or not. So now I got to choose, do I want to hold on to you and keep on trying to drag you up with me, or do I just want to release you and do my thing? And whenever you're ready to elevate and do you, maybe we'll realign again. But sometimes we just don't align.
That also goes back to, like, in relationships, falling in love with your partner's potential. We do that same thing with our friends, with our family. Like, I know you have the potential to be this person. I see you on the other side of this, and I'm going to hold on to that because you're not this person. I know you're not. And they're not ready to be the person that you want them to be. And you have to accept that. And that was another hard pill for me to accept, like, the person that I created as opposed to the person that they actually were. Like, who you showed up as every day. That was a hard pill to swallow.
That was me when I first had my baby. It's like when you're pregnant, it's like you create this whole image of who this child is going to be. And then when they get here, they aren't that. Like already, like they're their own personality. And so you gotta like wake up and be like, I've gotta learn who this individual is. First of all, I've gotta kill that person who I created.
Yeah.
And so now I've got to welcome the person who is its own.
Yeah.
That was a very hard reality for me to face.
Wow.
So
Today, that was deep.
As a doula, hearing that, how does that? What do you think?
As a doula, I tell my clients that your child is going to be like no other being that has ever touched this planet. Just how you were like no other being that has ever touched this planet. But I don't have children, so I don't know the feeling. This is almost, it's just like an idea. I don't know personally the empirical experience. I don't have it. So to hear today from a mother's perspective speak about like facing that reality, that was real. That's deep.
And I'm glad that I faced it early on, because there are a lot of parents who don't face that and their kids are grown.
Yeah.
Whew. And they try to live vicariously through their children.
That's something crazy, and a lot of parents do it.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't able to. You gonna do this?
Yes. And that whole idea of like, Simple, you spoke about like the potential. Like we love people for their potential versus who they actually are. That's real in friendships. Clearly in motherhood, as Tanae said, in relationships, when we have lovers and stuff, we see the potential of who someone could be. And then also sometimes what they say matches the potential that we see, so we believe it. Yeah. But then they constantly show us that ain't what it's gonna be.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Noble, you were about to say something?
I have this, I've been working on like this idea of growth in a person. Like oftentimes we see growth as either they do or they don't situation. And I think of it as I'm trying to think of it as a how much situation. Like everyone grows. How much they grow is determined on the kind of person they're working toward being. So like if I have a friend that smokes 30 cigarettes a day or something like that, and at some point they say they're gonna stop smoking, and I hold their feet to the fire to get them to stop smoking. They may never actually stop smoking, but instead of 30, they may drop down to 5, 5 a day or 5 a week or something like. So now they only smoking 1 cigarette per day versus the 30. Have they grown? Yes, in that goal of not smoking, but have they actually finished? No. So when I think about this, seeing someone's potential, I'm like, well, I hope my vision of them isn't skewed in the sense that I think they're gonna complete that mission, because sometimes the growth is one, a process, but also the journey in and of itself, where it may never end. It just progressively gets better over time. And so I try to rock with people in that way versus expecting them to be the perfect person. Maybe they're a fraction of that. Yeah, well, seemingly giving people grace, but sometimes it's not always
I think he's saying
that real in me either.
I think he's saying see their growth from their perspective and not yours.
Okay. I can get that.
Be empathetic, showing empathy.
Yes, okay. That's good, Noble.
I can definitely get with that. What I can't get with is the cycle keep continuing, where like the cigarette example, where, okay, you smoking 30 cigarettes a week or whatever, and then you say like, okay, I'm gonna quit, and then you cut down to 5, but then you go back to 30. And now we on this journey again. And then you go back down to 5, and then now you're back to 30. Yeah. And now we on this journey. Like, for me, that's the part where eventually I'm like, all right, now shit. Okay, what we doing? What we doing?
At this point, I'm confused.
Okay, you keep bouncing back from 2 to 3, 2 to 3, 2 to 3. Like, when we gonna level up to 4?
Right.
Okay, like I just after a while I'm like, eh. But then also on the other side, what I'm still learning is there's levels of people have their own journey.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has their own journey, and when you have a tribe member, regardless of what title they hold, friend, lovers, family member, whatever. When you have a family member, we have to decide whether or not we want to take that journey with them.
Yeah.
You know, do you want to, because sometimes that journey may look like that yo-yo, and that's their life journey. Do you want to go on that ride with them as their tribe member or not?
Yeah.
You know.
And see, that's hard. Like, that's a hard decision to make too, because especially as family, you're expected to always be bonded to this person no matter what their journey is. But then then once you realize, okay, I'm not really fucking with this, I don't know what you got going on, but you figure that out and I'm gonna be over here. But then you also have to say, I lost my train of thought. Y'all go ahead.
I was just thinking about the family part. Like, no, I'm not bonded to you just because you my cousin or you my brother or my sister or whatever. You start moving kind of funny and you put in the people, like my tribe, the people that I love in danger, then you have to go. You have to give us some distance, because at the end of the day, like, we all know that person in our family or in, you know, maybe a second tier friend group where they're like, me, you got to keep that away from me, because you moving in a way that's gonna get all us messed up. So you gotta go. So yeah.
And see, I've been thinking, and I don't know where this thought came from the other day, but I was just chilling, and all of a sudden, ride or die came up, and I was like, first of all, I ain't finna ride and die for nobody. Listen, I will love you. I will support you. You making dumbass decisions. I love you, but what you got going on? But this ride or die stuff, like, people really take that serious. Whatever decision I make, you ride for me 100%.
No.
Not this one.
No. Okay. No. I released that ride or die mentality in college. What I realized for myself is that was some hood shit.
Yeah.
Like, when you grow up in the hood, you learn a toxic level of loyalty. We learn, like, in the hood, we're taught loyalty and sacrifice of self.
Yeah.
And that's foolish. That goes against nature. Self-preservation is key, you know, but in the hood, we're taught, no, you sacrifice yourself for the honor and respect of that term loyal. She was loyal. She was a ride or die. Nah, that's really not how it's supposed to work. You know what I'm saying? You could be loyal. I could love you and be loyal to you. But once you begin to intrude upon my wellness,
yeah, that's it. You cross.
I don't love you more than I love me.
You cross the line. These boundaries were set for a reason. And my thing is, like, I always see people yelling, free so-and-so, free so-and-so. But where were you when so-and-so was doing all of this stuff? If you love that person that much, were you speaking to that person? And some of us have spoken to those people. And we have fed into those people. And they still went out there and did that. And you still have to yell, free so-and-so. But then I asked myself, when people make those decisions, do I still have to go 100% hard if it goes against what I believe in? That ain't it.
Definitely not.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not it.
Yeah.
Listen, I have always been, and I still am, and I'm getting a little better. In some people's eyes, it may be considered worse. At I will cut your motherfucking ass off in a minute, okay? Like I will click, and you don't exist to me no more.
Real quick.
Real quick, like my cutoff game is strong. You will literally, you do not. Your existence is not a thing for me. Who's still alive? Oh, I didn't know. Like that's literally how I carry. I don't care who you are. My cutoff game is strong. And for me, I do give grace. I give multiple opportunities, but when someone shows you who they are, believe them. And to me, when I say show, I mean like multiple times they've shown you that this is the person that they are. At some point, I gotta make a decision.
Because most of the time, like you'll know a person or you'll learn them within 5 minutes of having a deep conversation with them, and you gonna know whether you're gonna rock with this person or not. But if you decide you're gonna rock with them, and then they show you just that one time, that's it for me.
See, that's why I be fucking up, because I sometimes what I realize is I give too many chances.
I do.
I realize that. Like my own sister had to pull my card. My sister was like, girl, like you did not birth that person. This is not your child. Like you do not have to have them in your life. Like you holding on to friendships that's been dead.
Right.
And everybody around you sees that this person is not where you need to be. Like move on. You know, I'm guilty of giving too many passes.
Tanae and my sister Imani, they be on me. Why you her friend? What? I like her. I thought she was cool.
She going through some things, you know. She had a hard life. We start making excuses.
Exactly. I feel like she just needs some help. She just needs me as her friend.
Taking on the role of savior, and that ain't even your job. And then you feel hurt.
Yep.
Tonight, do we have a Zoom collection plate? The doors are open. Okay. The doors of the church are about to move into benediction. Don't play.
But we have 6 remaining minutes. Would anybody like to do closing remarks, or what would you tell? What's something that you would tell your younger self or the younger generation, or people that are trying to do what you all are trying to do?
Wow.
Y'all are doing a lot of dope stuff, so I know it's gonna be, it's a lot of stuff to think about. On this journey, what's something that has been important, along with your tribe, or along with helping you choose your tribe? What's something that has been important?
Learning everything can't be won through force. And it will take time.
That everything can't be won through force is something. I gotta be in control of stuff. I'm still fighting that one. That's good though. That's good.
I would definitely say it's okay to go alone. You know, you can be in tribe and you can have your tribe, but sometimes you just got to go alone.
Yeah.
And a lot of my journey throughout my life has been being the first to do something. And it wasn't, I used to feel guilty about being, in order to be the first, that means that you were the only person, you know, in that moment. And I used to feel guilty about doing certain things. I used to feel like I had to bring everybody with me on this journey. If I get an opportunity, I got to tell the whole tribe and put the whole tribe on. And every opportunity ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to. I realized that when I was doing that for them because I felt like, look, y'all, we can all do this. Yeah. But sometimes your tribe ain't meant to do everything you're supposed to be doing. It's okay to go alone. And you're not going to be doing everything that they're going to be doing. It's okay to go alone. Like, you can have your tribe, but just because you got your tribe don't mean that y'all all will be on the exact same path at the exact same time, doing the exact same thing. You may be skipping down the path. I may be walking down the path, somebody else may be jogging down the path, but at the end of the day, we are aligned. You know, it's okay to go alone. That's what I would say.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mariah because I recently had to accept that, you know, because a lot of times, like me and my brother, we did this music thing together, and so he's taking another path, and so I just gotta, you know, I gotta let him go,
Yeah.
and that was really hard.
Yeah.
That was really hard.
Yeah.
You know what? What would I say? I think I would have to say, regardless, definitely, you're gonna have to love yourself. Forget about, yes, the big picture is the tribe, but the tribe of self. What are you giving to the tribe of self? How do you fuel the tribe of self? How do you love on the tribe of self? How do you find that peace? What does that look like? Is that a place? Is this a person? Is this a craft? What is it? It's not going to be the same for everybody. It's going to be different. Just like your journey is going to be different. You just have to do what's best for you. Love on you the way that you need to, so that your tribe comes to you and they add to you, not just you adding to them, not just them taking away from you. What can y'all exchange? It's an even exchange of love, energy, passion, time. Like Mariah said, we reclaiming our time. Did you say that on here or before that?
That was our icebreaker.
That's it. It's all about me, loving me, being a part of my own rescue so that I can go out and do for others.
I'm the lady in the church that's like, yeah, Lord, like I want to shout every time. I just want to shout. Okay, I be having to hold myself over here. Okay,
Girl, you giving me chills for real. Like y'all understand how much I really enjoy these episodes. Like doing this every Tuesday with y'all has been the highlight of my life. Like a year of this, going into a whole nother year.
Yes,
I'm just excited about where we about to go.
Only up.
Only up. That's the only place to go.
That's
the only place we can go. So with that being said, this has been another dope episode of the Love Circle. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for pouring into my cup. Thank you for allowing me to fill your cups. Thank y'all for being such dope individuals, for creating, for loving, and for always giving positivity and love. I love y'all so much.
We love you.
Love you too.
Peace.